Hello, my name is Jesus Segura. I am a seminarian for the Diocese of Fort Worth in Texas. Today I will be giving my vocation story. Growing up, I went to a public high school all 12 years, and my faith was never really at the forefront of my mind. I gave very little thought, only really thinking about it on Sundays when we would go to Mass. My family was faithful to the Sunday obligation, and we tried our best to pray as a family outside during the weekdays. I can still recall my mom teaching us prayers and showing how to give thanks to the Lord each morning. But other than that, my faith was suppressed by myself and maybe by the culture that I grew up in. In high school, I never really talked about my faith with anybody. I was one of 3 Catholics in my class, in the whole school probably. It took a lot for me to really appreciate my faith and to grow in it. And it really only started when my mom started taking her faith seriously. She began to question and to learn and to love the church and her wisdom. She began to follow Christ more intentionally with love and fidelity. And in that love, she pulled us towards Him. And I will admit, there was resistance at first. I was very hesitant to the idea of praying a rosary or helping at my parish with things that they needed help with. It just wasn't something that seemed attractive, right? To give of myself, to sacrifice my own time for something that seemed maybe meaningless. But little by little, I grew to appreciate and to love what I did. I remember being an altar server was a great help for me because it helped me to appreciate sacrifice and to understand what that meant. And to see the priest up close, to see how he loved his flock as the shepherd of that parish. My mom would often encourage me and sometimes even force me to participate in discernment events at my diocese, such as visiting seminarians, visiting priests, visiting my bishop. And one of the biggest helps to my discernment was visiting St. Joseph's Seminary College here in Louisiana, where I currently am, at least 3 times on a trip called Come and See. It was beneficial for my discernment because it helped me realize how normal a seminarian really is, how beautiful the Abbey grounds are. And it helped me grow comfortable with the idea that God might be calling me to be a priest and that I need to give that a sincere thought. I need to give that the time that it requires to be comfortable and to say yes. I fell in love with the teachings of the church, the wisdom that she has, and I was just in awe at the beauty of it all. I would say that the biggest challenge was the fear that comes with discernment of like, what if this isn't for me? I want something else. I hope it isn't for me. You know, sometimes that fear makes its way into our hearts to discourage us from doing the Lord's will. So it's important to pray and to find counsel in priests and seminarians who have or are going through this process. And I will say with the utmost confidence that my life here at St. Joseph's has been a blessing. I've found great joys in the community of brothers that we have here, great love in the prayer and in the sacraments that I've grown to appreciate here. My prayer life was never what it has been now, and I really am thankful to God for this gift of this vocation. And I pray that many more will appreciate and come to know the Lord's will, and that they will fall in love with Him.